As Afghanistan and the West Indies prepare for a three-match T20 series, both teams arrive with mixed recent forms and plenty at stake with the T20 World Cup just around the corner. In T20 internationals, West Indies holds a slight edge, winning 5 out of the 8 games played between the two sides. Afghanistan have won 3, including 2 in their 3 last meetings, meaning that they're fast closing the gap. Afghanistan comes into this series with a dominant 3-0 sweep against Zimbabwe, though they were whitewashed 3-0 by Bangladesh before that. Afghanistan's Asia Cup campaign was also very disappointing, with 2 losses in 3 games, leading to an early group stage exit. West Indies, meanwhile, struggled in their last assignment as well. They only won 1 game out of the 5-match series against New Zealand. However, they looked far more convincing earlier when they clean swept Bangladesh 3-0, meaning that they can still be a dangerous side when things click. Looking at the two teams' strengths and weaknesses, well, obviously Afghanistan's biggest weapon remains their spin attack, which thrives in T20 format. Their bowlers can slow down the scoreboard in the middle overs, which can certainly lead to forcing pressure, particularly on slower pitches. Afghanistan's batting has also improved with greater intent at the top and better finishing than in the recent years. Coming to weaknesses, well, in the absence of Naveen ul Haq, that could be their major setback. His death bowling has often been crucial in tight games. Without Naveen, Afghanistan's pace attack certainly looks thinner. They also struggle when chasing big totals, and when early wickets fall, it exposes a still fragile middle order. West Indies, on the other hand, even in the absence of some key players, they're always a power-packed batting side, which can change games in a few overs. Their natural hitting ability makes them particularly dangerous in the final overs. Consistency can be an issue for them. The recent New Zealand series exposed their over-reliance on power hitting in a bowling attack that can leak runs when plans don't work. With several senior players missing, leadership and composure in tight games can be a concern for them. Having said all of that, what can we expect? Well, with both teams treating this series as a dress rehearsal for the T20 World Cup, do expect some experimentation, high-risk cricket, and intense competition. Afghanistan's discipline and spin could challenge the West Indies lineup, while the Caribbean side's aggressive approach and depth might prove decisive in crunch moments. If you have watched the press conference, this series is not just about winning. There was a great emphasis on finding the right balance before the T20 World Cup. I believe both teams will be adapting the trial and error approach, doing a lot of experimentation. But looking at their recent games, the team balance, the lineup, the fact that it's in the UAE and Afghanistan being a spin-heavy team, I put my money on Afghanistan. Who do you think will come out on top and win the series?